Hello, and thank you for watching this brief video on the required materials for Business 110. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the textbook. So the textbook is titled Introduction to Business by Lumen Learning. And there is a free PDF version of the textbook. It can be found in Blackboard over here to the left. There's a link. It also comes with the purchase of an access code to the Waymaker software. So you will need to purchase the access code, but the actual textbook itself is free. All right, let's talk a little bit about that access code. Now, actually, before we do that, when you click on textbook down here, you'll find the PDF file for that textbook. Here it is. You click on that, you download the entire book. It is free. Again, yay. All right, let's talk a little bit about the study plan and then the quizzes and the Waymaker software. You will need to purchase the access code. The access code can be purchased either from the bookstore for $35.70, or you can purchase it within the study plan itself when you go to take your first quiz. It is $25. They give you a discount if you purchase it within the software itself. Actually, you purchase it from the publisher, and it's $25. So depending on where you purchase your materials from, if you can save a little bit of money if you purchase it within the Waymaker software itself. Again, it's $25. I think you need either a credit card and or a debit card of some sort. I will tell you that the first few weeks are free. You can take up to 2 quizzes, sometimes 3, I think it depends, but I know for sure 2, but I know this says 3. And what you do is when you go to take your first quiz, it'll ask you for an access code. You can bypass that, and then eventually either on your second or third quiz, you will need to enter in the access code. So you will certainly need to buy that. So I wouldn't waste any time. I would get that regardless in the beginning of the semester. To access the Waymaker software, it's actually located within the lessons. So let's go ahead and look at what that looks like. When you go into one of your modules, and you obviously read all this material, you'll see the study plan here. You click on that, and that actually takes you to the software itself. Now, when you go into the study plan, it will not ask you for an access code. You can go right in. This part is free, and this is a great tool for learning. You can start off by looking at why it matters, and it determines, well, it discusses, the role of business and why it matters, and kind of introduces the module to you. Now, at the bottom, you'll see previous or next. Clicking here on the study plan will take you back to those tiles we just looked at. When you click next, you'll go right to a pretest. You can start a pretest. Now the pretest does not count towards your grade, but it's a great way for you to gauge what your prior knowledge is and what you need to focus on. And then based on that, when you go through, if you already know the factors for production, maybe you studied that in a different course, that might be something that you can kind of just glaze over. So here are the different areas within the textbook. And it's just, again, set up just a little bit differently. So if you were to look at the textbook, it lines up identically to these different tiles. Now, once you go through the different areas, you can see that there are different subsections. And you start with the first one. At the bottom, you have previous, next, study plan. Clicking the study plan will always bring you back to that list of those tiles. Now within the study plan, you'll find quizzes, practice questions. These do not count towards your grade, but it's again a great way for you to gauge whether you're learning or not. There's also videos found in here as well. So it's, again, an excellent resource. I think it's a great value at $36, well, $35.70. So this is how you navigate around, and then here it'll tell you how you did on the quiz within here. So that is the study plan. So you have the textbook, which is the PDF. You have the study plan, which are these tiles in here. And then last, you have what's known as the actual quiz. Now this one does count toward your grade. And so you'll see here you have the study plan, you have the quiz. When you click here on the quiz, it'll take you to Waymaker. And this is where it's going to ask you for that access code. In here, you can start the quiz, and this one does count. You have 2 attempts. Unlimited time, and you will take the quiz here. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, but hopefully this helped you navigate the difference between the textbook, the study plan, and then the module quiz. Thanks so much.